Welcome back to Cabin View Ventures. My name is Nick, and thanks for joining me today. I hope you all had a great Christmas. You're probably going to see this video right between Christmas and New Year's. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I can't say enough how much we appreciate all the support we've gotten since we started this channel a little over a year ago. So, what are we going to work on today? Right now I'm putting a couple bags of firewood together because I want to show you guys the new tag holders that I just started using. They work a lot better than the gun style tag holders that I showed you a couple videos ago. So we're going to do 2 more bags. I'll show you how those tag holders work. And then we also made up some pretty cool little coupons just to show some appreciation to any of our firewood customers that we've had over the last year as well. And most of our customers are repeat, so we don't even do a whole lot of advertising on Marketplace anymore. I renew the ad every once in a while, but I don't keep up with it like I used to. I just don't need to at the moment. So let's get these 2 bags put together. And then I want to start I want to get back to some of the cleanup work I've been doing around the log yard here. I think we can get one more in there somewhere. The roadside stand is pretty full. I just want to top it off a little bit. I like to keep it nice and full this time of year. It has been very steady with business, so I don't want to leave it short, especially if we get some bad weather days and I can't get out here to bag firewood. All right. Grab a couple tags. All right, so here's what I got. Make sure you guys can see this okay. So these are loop pins, 3-inch loop pins. There's 1,000 of them in here, and I will put a link to these in the description for this video. So I got them on Amazon. They weren't much. I mean, this pack was, I don't know, probably somewhere around $5, but very inexpensive. They hold a lot better than the ones I was using with the tagging gun, because those only have, the little tab on each end that holds it on there. And with these firewood bags, because they have, it's just a mesh bag. So it's a lot easier for that holder to pull right through one of those holes in the mesh. Now, these, you don't have that problem. So I feed them right through the cord. It can go right through the handle or the collar of the bag. And then they just snap in. So that's it. That thing is nice and secure. I can do it all by hand. I don't need any kind of, tool to put them on. So let me do one just in case you couldn't see that one so great. So here's my tags. I have a little hole punch in the top of them. That feeds right through, right around the collar of my bag, and right back through the loop. So that's it. That thing's not going anywhere. Now, I did have some questions about how my tags were holding up outside, and they're holding up just fine. And we've had plenty of rain since I've had some of them down in the roadside stand. Now, my roadside stand is completely covered, so none of my firewood gets wet, but you know, just being outside, these things are doing just fine. And this is just regular cardstock for business cards. So nothing fancy. They're not laminated. There's no special coating on them. So it's just paper with the printing of my logo and how I designed my tag on there. And if you're wondering how I made these, just go back a couple videos and I did a full walkthrough on how I designed these tags. But they were really easy to do. Again, Canva. So I use Canva for all my design or most of my designing. My logo I had done professionally, but everything else I just do myself on Canva. So, all right, I'll put the rest of those tags on. And then another thing we decided to do for the holiday season in the spirit of Christmas, I made up a couple coupons. And I did these on Canva as well. They have lots of templates on there. So I just found a holiday coupon template that I liked. I customized it. And these are just a buy one, get one, or a get one free firewood bag. So I put, I don't know, I think 8 or 10 total. I just put them every couple of bags. Most of my customers buy 3 at a time. So I've been kind of stuffing these in like every third bag. Just a little appreciation for our repeat firewood customers, which is what most of our business is down there. Right. Get the rest of these on, load them up in the side-by-side, and head down to the roadside stand. All right, I got a couple bucket loads of the junk wood. I'm gonna clean up around the splitter too. That worked pretty good. If you work on stone like I do, this pitchfork seems to be the best method. You still pick up some stones, but not as much. All right. Not too bad. All right, guys, welcome back to a rainy day 2, slight change of plans. We're going to take a little road trip today and check out a huge mulching facility that allows you to drop off any kind of natural wood debris 7 days a week during daylight hours, and they don't charge you a thing for it. The downside is they're about 45 minutes from here. But being able to drop off on a Sunday, which is what today is really convenient for me because that's when I have most of my free time. The original plan was to get the dump trailer loaded up this week and then take it next week to my local landscaper who's about 5 minutes down the road. They charge you $40 to drop off, but the convenience of them being so close was going to make it nice because I'm going to have multiple trips to make. So I found this place last night. I want to go check it out. You know, it's probably going to cost me $20, $30 in fuel to tow the dump trailer down there. So, you know, I'm really not going to save a ton of money, but really that convenience factor of being able to drop off on a Sunday is really going to help me out. So first thing I want to do is get this second tote built so I can get that campfire wood out of my way. And I want to try out a new tool today. So I'm sure you guys have seen these. I have needed one of these for a while and finally decided to get one. But this is a Dewalt cordless air compressor. So if you have, you know, property with equipment that you're, you know, airing up tires on or doing little projects around your property and you don't have access to plug in a normal air compressor, these things are a great handy tool and they're not that expensive. I mean, this bare tool without a battery is about $200. I've got plenty of DeWalt batteries. Right now I have an 8 amp hour battery, which is should give me quite a bit of runtime on this thing. But these run on any of your normal 20 volt max or the new flex volt batteries. So it's not a powerhouse. It's not going to replace a normal air compressor. You know, this thing has a 2.5 gallon tank. You can run it up to 140 PSI, and it's only got one SCFM at 90 PSI. So I think it's going to be enough to run the framing nailer, but you're definitely not just going to be ripping through, you know, framing a wall in a house or doing any kind of major construction work with this thing. It's not going to be able to keep up. But I think it's going to be perfect for little projects like building my totes, or anytime I need to air up tires somewhere on the property. I have one of those little air compressors, little battery powered one, and those things take forever to fill up a tire with. So this is going to be really handy to have around. I think it's going to do just fine, but we're going to put it to the test today because we're going to run the framing nailer, we're going to run the stapler, and hopefully get this done pretty quick. So let's get to work, try this thing out, and then hit the road. All right, tank is closed, battery is in. Let's get the framing gun. See how long. I think this thing is going to take a couple minutes to fill up. I don't think they're the fastest. Definitely not as fast as a regular plug-in air compressor. But and I need to get a shorter air hose for this thing. I don't need 50 foot of hose when I have a nice light. That's another big thing, is how light these are. I mean, this air compressor weighs about 20 pounds, where my other DeWalt compressor is about 50 pounds. So makes it a whole lot easier to move it around. All right. I'm going to load it up there. I'm going to run this thing at 120 PSI. I'm going to try it out there first. Everything's hooked up. Battery's in. It's actually pretty quiet. All right, that probably took it like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes to fully get up to pressure. We're sitting right at 120 PSI. So I just cut 2 boards, one for front, one for back. Let's pop these things on. Let's see how this does. Wow. All right, plenty of power at 120 psi, I can tell you that much. Well, let me tell you, this thing runs a framing nailer, no problem. That was 4 nails. I'm running 3" by 120 framing nails, galvanized framing nails. Not that that matters. But that was 4 shots right there. There you go. So we got 6 shots before the compressor kicked on. I'm still popping nails while that's running, no problem. It went down to 100 psi before that kicked on. So, really impressed. I didn't think it was going to run it that easy. See how long it takes to refill it. Oh, there you go. What was that? Maybe 30 seconds to refill that thing. And we're ready to wrap this. And then we'll put the rest of the boards on. All right, guys, we are finishing this up. This was going pretty quick. Now, 2 things. If you have a Wolf Ridge or any kind of log splitter like this, I've got a nice helping hand here for cutting lumber. So I've got this 2x4 just kind of wedged underneath the I-beam, and it's giving me a nice platform to cut these 2x4s. All right, these are ready to go on. And then secondly, this compressor is doing awesome. I just ran a bunch of framing nails in, even while the compressor was running, and it's sinking them in perfectly. So I'm actually really surprised. I bet you this thing can handle a lot more work than what I'm putting it through today. So we're going to nail these on. I'm going to do them pretty quick so you can see how this thing holds up. But like I said, I am sinking these 3" framing nails with absolutely no problem. It's bearing them perfectly at 120 psi. So really, really handy tool for the front. There we go. These last couple pieces help sandwich this fencing on. Just makes this all a lot more secure. Okay, there's one. There we go. I just popped 8 nails in, no problem. Pretty impressive. Alright, so we just got here, heading up the driveway. Our drive actually wasn't too bad, so definitely don't mind doing this again. Now you gotta follow the signs here. So let's see here. Loading trucks, keep right. Customer loading. That's customer loading. It is just mountains of mulch at this place. It is crazy everywhere you look. And then down below, I mean, that is all just stacks of bag mulch down there. I think we just go up the hill here. Let's head on up this way. Trying to figure this out together. And the amount of mulch is crazy. Look at that. You can see the size of that compared to that truck there. That's just all natural, undyed mulch. Oh, there it is. Let's go. Actually, there's the pile where you dump right there. Right back there. I'm gonna back in. This is just more skids full of bagged mulch. It's everywhere. Tons of it. It's crazy. Alright, let me check back in a minute once I get backed up to the pile. Alright guys, here we are. So I couldn't get the tripod set up. It's way too windy up here. So we're just trying to, I'll hold the camera up so you can see this thing dump. So here we go. There's the load we just dropped off. I think I got it in a good spot. Hit this thing down and head home. All right, guys, I'm back. That trip was a huge success. Got rid of all that junk wood I had piled up on the hill back here. So that is going to be a really nice way to help keep the log yard clean and organized. And the trip really wasn't that bad. So I will definitely be doing that again. Speaking of cleanup, I got to go clean the truck up a little bit. And that is going to wrap things up for today. So thank you guys for being here. Any questions or comments, hit me up and I'll see you on the next one.